Direct sunlight, heavy rain, harsh cold weather can all cause wear and tear on your car's paint. We all know that, right? The exterior gets scratched, cracks, can start to rust and mold. All bad news for car owners. But what can you do about it? Well, the car coach Lauren Fix is here to help you keep your car looking like new. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us. There's nothing worse than that car that your pride and joy is starting to show these signs of wear and tear. So, let's start with some of the more obvious ones. We look at our paint, we want it to stay nice and bright, but the sunlight can really wreak havoc.
Right, not just that, but think about the environment in general. You've got birds droppings and bee droppings and all that destroy the paint. You've got acid rain and just the environment in general if your vehicle sits outside a lot. And you can look at this vehicle and you can see what happens to it. And the people at CARSTAR can actually refurbish the paint so it looks like the vehicle behind me, which is nice and new. And that's not just important for the value you have in that, but also if you're going to sell that car or you're going to keep that car, because people are keeping their cars longer. But this is kind of the obvious thing you're going to see, dents and dings, and that can be fixed and also can increase the resale value. But the headlights are the biggest ones because of the sun and, of course, the winter when you have all the salt and everything that's coming soon. I hate to say that W word, but it's coming. I know. You can see the headlights, they get all foggy, and that's just because they're plastic. Now, they can be refurbished to look like this vehicle. And the reason you want to do it, as I know people say it looks better, but the reality is it improves your visibility because 80% of your driving decisions are based on visibility. So if you can't see clearly and you avoid just a terrible view at night, it's because these headlight covers get fogged. And it's just because of the plastic and all the environment and the sun damages it. So whether you think, oh, I live down south in the lower half of the country, it impacts those. It also impacts on the upper end of the country because of the salt and all the stuff that's put on the roadways during the winter.
Lauren, let's say you have some scratches on your car. They're pretty minor, but they catch your eyes. You're opening the door.
Sure.
Why would you want to get some of those things fixed before long?
Well, that's what people at CARSTAR were showing me, that this car is an older car. It's a 2015. But what ends up happening is they get scratches, just wear and tear. Kids bring their backpacks and just life in general. If you don't touch them and you leave them alone, they start to rust. And then that rust is like a cancer. It will actually destroy the paint. It'll destroy the metal underneath. And then you're talking from a little teeny repair to a more expensive repair. And a dent, if you leave it alone, can get worse also. So they have dentless paint removal, so they can actually they can remove the dent without sanding it down and everything. Yes, you can do that yourself. Most people don't know how to do that, which is why you go to pros to have that done. But I think the thing is, you want your car to look good. I always say you are what you drive. If you drive a nice, shiny-looking car, you've got a great personality. If you're driving something that needs a lot of love, maybe that's the case.
Lauren, I feel extremely seen right now. I think I need to do a better job with my car, so I'm giving the right impression.
Whack.
Yeah, totally. I'm like, oh no, that's definitely me. Lauren, we talk about the refurbishment. Is there things that we can do in the meantime, maybe to lengthen the time before maybe we would need to do, a total, new paint job?
Absolutely. Wash your car once a week. You could burn 200 calories an hour, so that's a good workout. Same thing is true with waxing. You can use a paste wax, but don't use those simple spray-on waxes. A lot of them have a lot of silicone in them. It just makes it harder to do repair work for the collision shop if you have some sort of repairs that need to be done. So if you take good care of your vehicle and you wax it and you make it look good, you're going to have a pretty-looking vehicle like this Acura. And you can see this is a 2017. It looks brand new because it's been taken care of. And it's also had the headlights repaired as well as the paint cleaned up, and you can really see the difference. The dramatic difference is if you're going to sell it, it's what you drive, it's your investment. And if you're keeping your car 12 to 15 years now, which people are because of the cost of vehicles, and it's hard to find vehicles, let alone the purchase of them, you want to take care of that investment because this is your investment in getting you from point A to point B.
And really quickly, Lauren, we talk a lot about the the paint and the metal. What about the windshield? Because that has its wear and tear of its own as well.
Yes, glass is super important. So a lot of times you'll get a chip or something and you'll start seeing that little teeny star. That has to do with your safety features. So if you go to get a replacement windshield, wherever you go, make sure that company, whether it's CARSTAR or anywhere else you go, realigns your safety systems. Because when you take the glass off, it is part of the safety systems on today's vehicles. Because the airbag actually bounces off the glass. So your glass is critical, again, part of your visibility. Don't wait on that because you can get a ticket as well.
Lauren, all great advice. Car coach Lauren Fix always teaches us something, and now I need to go wash my car so I can be as shiny as it. Lauren, thank you.